Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning. Thank you. Welcome to the July 10th, 2025 Enforcement Advisory Committee meeting. My name is Kathy Johnson, and I am the chair for today's meeting. Just want to have a few talking points here. The CBA has provided the opportunity for the public to participate via WebEx platform. When we take public comments, we will begin by taking public comments from those individuals attending the meeting at the California Board of Accountancy's headquarters. I will then ask the moderator to open up the lines for any public comments, and then you will have up to 5 minutes for public comments at that time. So we're going to first begin by establishing a quorum. So I'm going to ask Ms. Wifley if she can establish a quorum for us today.
Jennifer Benjamin.
Here.
Jeff DeLyser.
Here.
Alan Gittleson.
Present.
Julio Irahita.
Present.
Kathy Johnson.
Here.
Laura Ross.
Here.
Robert Rule. Jason Russell.
Here.
Ben Town.
Here.
Michael Williams.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Wifley. Okay, so the CBA is to protect consumers by ensuring only qualified licensees practice public accountancy in accordance with the established professional standards. This mission is derived from the statutory requirement that the protection of the public shall be the highest priority for the California Board of Accountancy in exercising its licensing, regulatory, and disciplinary functions. Whenever the protection of the public is inconsistent with other interests sought to be promoted, the protection of the public shall be paramount. So that was our mission statement. And now we will go ahead and start the meeting off by asking the moderator, by asking if there are any public comments that are not on the agenda. And we'll start with any public members that are in attendance. Okay. Seeing none, moderator, can you check with public members not in attendance?
At the moment, there are no members. There are no members of the public on WebEx.
Thank you very much. Seeing that there are no public members attending, I will go ahead and ask for approval of the minutes from our May 1st, 2025 Enforcement Advisory Committee meeting.
I move for approval.
Thank you. Thank you. Or thank you. So we have a motion and we have a second. Are there any questions or comments from our members? I will now open it up for public comment. Seeing that there's no public members in attendance here, I will confirm with the moderator if any public members have joined us on WebEx.
No one online, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. So now I will go ahead and call for a vote and turn it over to Ms. Wifley.
Jennifer Benjamin.
Yes, approve.
Jeff DeLyser.
Yes.
Alan Gittleson.
Approve.
Julio Irahita.
Approve.
Kathy Johnson.
Approved.
Laura Ross.
Approved.
Robert Rule. Jason Russell.
Approve.
Ben Town.
Abstain.
Michael Williams.
Approve.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Ms. Wifley. Okay, so now on the agenda, it's time for us to hear the report of the California Board of Accountancy's liaison, Ms. Nancy Corrigan.
Well, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chair Johnson, members of the EAC, and also CBA staff. All of you do so much that really help the board members to do their jobs as well. I'm Nancy Corrigan. I'm a CPA. I'm a current board member. I'm a former member of your committee. So I think I saw you in Burbank last, and I get to join you on WebEx. I haven't used WebEx since times of COVID, so it's very interesting to be doing this again. So I'm here to report on our May 15th board meeting. And at that meeting, we approved your meeting dates for 2026, so next year. We directed our staff, we discussed and directed our staff to move forward with several policy items revolving around CBA-sponsored Assembly Bill 1175 for when it hopefully becomes law. And these discussions and directions were to help guide and inform future regulatory changes to occur. And these, part of that, our work has included recognizing degrees that meet all educational requirements for licensure, recognizing certificates as possible substitute for a portion of the general accounting experience requirement, and recognizing advanced degrees as a substitute for 1 year of the general experience requirement. So a lot of this we discussed at the prior meeting in Burbank. So that's a very brief description. Obviously, each of these areas has very specific requirements that must be met, which I know that you can understand. So we're going to continue these discussions at our meeting, which is next week, focusing on initiating a rulemaking package, hopefully no later than this coming November. So we all know in California, as in many jurisdictions, it all takes a lot of time to kind of work through the process. So at that same meeting in May, our staff presented an update on Assembly Bill 1175, knowing that it passed out of the Assembly and was referred to the Senate Business Professions and Economic Development Committee for a policy hearing that was to be held on June 23rd. And a lot of us members had hoped to kind of listen in on it, but that was rescheduled, and I don't know what that date is at this time. So as we discussed previously, the bill contains language for the CBA to enhance requirements to qualify for licensure, and it modernizes mobility, enabling out-of-state licensees to practice more fluidly in and out of California. So our next meeting, as I mentioned, is next week in person, July 17th, where you are sitting right now. And with that, I turn it back over to you, Chair Johnson, and thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Corrigan. Just for the members, are there any questions for Ms. Corrigan on our update? Thanks again. I really appreciate that in depth. And I'm for one, being a CPA and an adjunct professor, I'm very excited for the new rules and the new changes that we're looking into. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so the next thing on our agenda is a report of our enforcement chief, Ms. Carrie O'Connor.
Good morning. I'm Carrie O'Connor, the Enforcement Chief. The activity report before you today is for 11 months fiscal year 2024-25. The CBA received 4,350 complaints, and the graph on the bottom of page 1 provides a comparison of the total complaints received as of the same reporting period for the prior 2 fiscal years. On page 2, we've included information on the top 3 complaint types, with complaints regarding unlicensed activity being the most common. Moving on to investigations and investigations pending on page 3. Staff closed nearly 5,700 cases, with 99% closed within 1 year. The average days to close investigations was at 87 days. And enforcement had 403 cases in its pending investigations inventory. There's 1 pending case over 24 months, which is still actively being investigated. And now moving on to page 4, which is discipline-related information. Looking first at AG referrals, the CBA referred 26 matters to the AG and filed 33 pleadings. The CBA had 28 matters pending at the AG's office. And the CBA has taken action on 24 final disciplinary orders. Citations and fines can be found on page 5. The CBA issued just over 1,900 citations, with 93% of those citations due to failing to comply with the 2012 continuing education requirement. We received 248 citation and fine appeals, and we have withdrawn or modified 129 citations based on those appeals And in most cases, the reason why we grant the appeal is that the licensee either provided new mitigating evidence or complied with the issue that resulted in the issuance of the citation. Page 6 contains information regarding unlicensed activity. The CBA received just over 1,800 complaints regarding unlicensed activity, and we closed over 2,300 investigations for the 11 months into the fiscal year. On page 7, which is the final area of the report, I'd like to highlight, this is regarding probation monitoring. As of May 31st, we had 52 licensees on probation with 4 new probationers since the last report that you saw. We identified 24 probation violations, with the majority being failure to submit the written quarterly reports. And at this time, I'd like to turn discussion over to Ms. Johnson and would be happy to answer any questions members may have.
Thank you, Ms. O'Connor. Are there any questions from our board members? Seeing no questions, I just have a couple of comments. First of all, I do want to congratulate the CBA on the 99% closure rate. I just think that's really, really good and providing really good public service to get these things looked at and closed pretty early. So thank you for that. And just another comment regarding the amount of referrals to the AG's office. That's on page 4 of 7. In 22-23 year, we had 38 we had a drastic increase for 23-24, and then it's back down to 26. So any comments on the trend? Was maybe the COVID things happening during COVID for the spike?
I think since we still have another month of data to report on, so I think it will be in the 30s when you see the final fiscal year end report.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any additional questions? Seeing none, thank you, Ms. O'Connor. Okay, so now it's the time in our agenda when we go to closed session. So we will end this morning's sessions. Thank you for participating.